The world economy relies heavily on natural resources, provided by healthy ecosystems. And yet, we continue to put these ecosystems through enormous stress and to consume resources at an alarming rate. Resource extraction and processing was the cause of 90% of biodiversity loss and water stress, and contributed to approximately 50% of total greenhouse gas emissions. For long-term economic growth, a considerable shift is needed in our production forms to be more sustainable, less resource-intensive, more focused on climate mitigation and carbon removal. All this alongside biodiversity protection policies. Accreditation, alongside other quality infrastructure tools including metrology, standardization, conformity assessment, and market surveillance, can support this shift. Third-party conformity assessment services, testing, inspection, certification, validation, and verification ensure compliance of products, services, and systems with the requirements specified or claimed. The umbrella of the ILAC, Mutual Recognition Arrangement, and IAF, Multilateral Recognition Arrangement, where signatories recognize each other's accreditations as equivalent, accreditation and accredited conformity assessment services provide an essential contribution to the implementation of policies and actions aiming to protect the planet. For example, by confirming that CO2 levels comply with specified limits, emissions from industries are within an acceptable range, that the traceability of organic food is clear, air, water, and soil pollution are tested, and that environmental management systems and biodiversity protection schemes are implemented. Climate change mitigation and adaptation depend on the transformation of economic activities to become climate-friendly or carbon neutral. Using accredited tests, measurements, certification, and verification and validation services strengthens the global response to the threat of climate change by playing a central role in energy efficiency programs, energy generation from renewable sources, and public policies such as carbon pricing, financing for low-carbon development projects, and by incentivizing the promotion of low-carbon solutions and carbon emission reduction schemes like ICAO Corsia. Accreditation can provide attestation that CABs are impartial, technically competent, and in compliance with relevant international standards, such as ISO 14065. General principles and requirements for bodies validating and verifying environmental information, and ISO IEC 17029. Conformity assessment, general principles and requirements for validation and verification bodies. Another standard, ISO 50001, energy management systems. Accredited services thus contribute to bringing green energy to market and making the operation of regenerative power generation plants safer. For instance, in the certification of plants for regenerative energy generation, the inspection of wind and solar power plants, and the certification of offshore wind farms. Accredited testing laboratories prepare expert opinions on wind yield or on shadow and noise forecasts for sites of new wind turbines. To reduce the impact of economic activities on the environment and support long-term economic growth, countries worldwide are shifting from a linear to a circular economy. The circular economy is an economic model where production and consumption do not compromise the environment, as it focuses on repairing, reusing, remanufacturing, and recycling, thus reducing the production of waste and the use of resources. The challenges facing the environment and subsequently the world economy are numerous. However, standards and accredited conformity assessment can help reduce the human impact on environment as we strive towards achieving sustainable development goals.